Do. There's that. And here's this. Yay! Well, that Sierra jingle. I guess it's a jingle. There we go. Pause that. Give me my chat window. Here's my chat window. Okay. There we go. Ooh, and I'm going to want to bring up the manual too because I'll probably need it. Which is over here somewhere. There it is. Whoa, too big. Okay. I'm not showing it right now because we don't need it right now, obviously. But anyway, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Dumb Ways to Die, where I am playing Conquests of the Longbow, The Legend of Robin Hood. One of, as I have said many times before, my favorite Sierra adventure games. Oops, where's my window? There it is. When we left off last time, we had just been to the fair and won the golden arrow by doing that classic Robin Hood trick of winning an archery tournament by splitting my opponent's arrow in, as they say, twine. We went to the fair. Oh, one sec. Before I go move on from that, I want to see one thing real quick because I forgot to. Yeah, because I forgot to bother Maid Marian when she was at the fair. She's right there in my safe house. Let me go do that real quick so you can see what happens if I actually talk to her. With all the noise at the fair, I must get closer if I'm to be heard. Come back, Marian. I mean, not Marian. Shit, I'm losing her. No, damn it, I lost her. I don't think I can get her back, but oh no, good. She does actually, okay. Oh, come on. No. Oh my god. No, come back. I forgot how hard it is to catch up to her. There we go. Good day, milady. Sir, you are most bold. Please step aside. Look at her cute headdress. I had heard that the ladies of Nottingham are of unsurpassed beauty, and now I am convinced. Sir, I must ask again that— Oh! Is something wrong, milady? Can it be that we've met before? Oh, Nay, 'twas only that you reminded me of a certain rogue I know. What? A rogue? You wound me. He's a most foolish rogue who forgets his danger when surrounded by enemies. Nay, he never forgets, save when dazzled for but a brief moment by a vision of loveliness. Then I must, by all means, be on my way. Sir, I shall not speak any more with you. It isn't proper. Can I touch her? I must get closer to do that. It would be most unseemly for a common yeoman to lay hands upon such a lady. Can I give her money? Sir, how dare you offer money to a lady? Sir, you are most forward. Please leave me alone. All right. Cool. So that's what happens if you actually manage to accost Marian at the fair, because that's totally Marian, in case you couldn't tell under the disguise. See, she can wear disguises too. But you don't get any points for doing that, so I'm not gonna bother doing the whole fair thing again because that's kind of a pain in the ass. Right. So what we actually want to do is right. So we did the fair thing. We got the archer. We met up with the Queen's spy, who was the scholar here. Also, yeah, you can, I believe, meet up with the wrong scholar because there's, I think, 3 of them. and only one of them is the right one. So and I think you can give the hand scroll to the wrong one. I don't know that I ever actually did that. Maybe I should give it a try. I mean, I think it doesn't end your game, but I think it leads to one of the bad endings. I'm not sure. I should do that one of these days. That's what I should do. Like, I should do another playthrough of this game and just do all the wrong things. Like I'm showing you some of them now, but I should just be a complete, like, bumbling idiot and just do everything wrong and still finish the game. Because you can do that, which is awesome. Yeah, like we were talking about last time, that would be a way to speed run. Any percent longbow speed run. Okay, so what we want to do is this. So we are back in Sherwood Forest after having successfully... Oop, Metroid Killer, thank you for the host! After having successfully avoided the sheriff's patrol, and we need to find a way to... What are we doing? We need to find a way to get more ransom money. And I think the idea was floated that I should attempt to get some money from the sheriff himself. So here... Thank you. Here's the way I'm going to do that. This merchant looks rather prosperous. Hello, Mr. Merchant Dude. Greetings, merchant. What brings you through Sherwood Forest? Look at the face on that guy. He looks so mean. Skip money, get beer, yeah. We did that, actually. We did that in the previous video. It didn't end well. I'm on my way to Nottingham. What do you think? Why else would I be on this godforsaken road? And your trade? A lapidary, that is to say a jeweler to your uncouth ears, a specialist in gemstones. What do you want next, my genealogy? Faith, you have a sour disposition. I've walked many miles and my feet hurt. I'm hungry and tired and thirsty and I've miles to walk yet. And now I'm being harassed by a stranger of dubious intent. What's to be pleasant about? Then let us remain strangers no longer. I'm known as Robin Hood. What? Robin Hood the outlaw? Just my bloody luck. All right, how much will it cost me? I haven't asked for... Oh, get on with it. How much will it cost me to get past you? I warn you, I haven't much. You can look at my purse for yourself. I'm not a rich man. Hold on to your pennies for now. First, I would know more of your business and why you traveled to Nottingham. I've said all I care to say. If you're going to rob me, get on with it. If not, let me be on my way. What a dick. Jeweler. I don't actually remember the correct way to deal with this guy, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. There's only like 3 things you can do. Is like, basically threaten him, try to like lay hands on him, or give him money. Kill him. I could kill him. Let's see what happens if I try killing him. He has a sour face, but a fine set of clothes. You say you're a jeweler, yet you carry no wares, no samples of your work. How is this? Through these parts? What with you outlaws making the roads unsafe, what do you expect? I don't believe you. I'll wager you have gems hidden upon you in some clever fashion. Nay, I mean to go into business when I get to Nottingham. Without money? Well, I'll find a way. There's always a need for a good jeweler. There's a false note to you, merchant. I know a lie when I hear one. Go on, threaten me, just what I'd expect. I know you meant me harm the instant I laid eyes upon you. My friend, if I meant you harm, you wouldn't be talking to me in this fashion right now. Then please get on with whatever is fermenting in your feeble mind. I kind of love this guy. I want the truth from you, for I can tell you're hiding something. Well, you can wait until Hades freezes over. Right? What an asshole. I'll have your clothes and all you possess. Now. Shrivel your soul, outlaw. I'll curse you from here to London. Be grateful I let you live with that viperous tongue of yours. So I can't kill him, but I can threaten him. What have we here? I feel a bulge in the lining of this cape, and what do I pull forth? As I thought, these are truly magnificent jewels. This is what you meant to sell in Nottingham. I'm ruined. You've taken all I have. I was going to sell those to the sheriff's wife. Mayhap I'll do it for you. Good. May she have a keen eye, and may she catch... Oh, excuse me. 'Tis just my temper speaking. What of her keen eye? Speak up. May she have a keen eye of appreciation. Talk a prod or two might put this fellow on the path to truth. Wait! The truth, then! The jewels are false. I meant to swindle her. But you'd never embark upon such a risk unless you were sure they'd pass the test. I'm a master at my trade. No one makes more perfect false jewels than me. Good. Then I'll feel no cause to worry. Tuck, John, escort him to the north and see he doesn't come back this way. Someday you'll hang, Robin Hood, and I'll rejoice at the foot of the gallows. I choose to believe he's flipping me off. Alright, so yeah, you lose points for doing that because clearly that was not the right thing to do. But before I restore, let me show you something else you can do wrong when you are disguised as a jeweler. Just make him naked. Here we go. Let's do this. Forthright man of military bearing, I have travelled many dangerous and wearisome leagues that I may lay before your vainglorious master and his Calipigian spouse the humble yet incomparable splendours of the lapidary's craft such as I possess. Eh? I have fine jewellery to show the sheriff and his wife. Also, he subtly insulted the sheriff and his wife by calling the sheriff vainglorious and his wife Calipigian. The sheriff's lady wife will be most pleased to see that. I'll have you escorted in. Giles, Roger, show this here gent to the sheriff, and send word to the Lady Matilda that his jeweler's come to see her. Most illustrious lord and lady. Why, it's the archer! What archer? What are you saying? The one called Puck. He's more finely dressed and isn't wearing the hat and the eye patch, but I recognize his handsome, distinctive face and blonde beard. Your ladyship is surely mistaken. I've only just arrived. Nonsense. I had a perfectly good look at you at the tournament. Seize him. We'll get the truth from him quickly enough. Nope. What a curse that Robin's dashing beard so impressed the sheriff's wife. Had he been but a bit more careful, he might have had a hair's breadth escape. Aye, the sheriff wasted no time lengthening his beard with a rope. They say the sheriff's wife wept through the whole hanging. Small comfort for poor Robin. Would that she'd never recognized him. So it's not enough to just wear the disguise. You gotta do something a little more than that. Which I think is very clever. It's like, this disguise thing has worked so far. And then the game was like, haha, not quite. The sheriff's wife has a keen eye for detail, apparently. Also a crush on me. What was I saying before? Oh yeah, Calipigian. He describes the sheriff's wife as Calipigian, which I believe means having shapely buttocks. Yes, so we're back here. Mr. Dick again. Right, you have gems hidden on you. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see what happens if I call my men. Aye, go ahead. Not men enough to deal with me yourself. I had no idea it was so terrifying. You call me a coward? Do I look like a fool? I'd never say such a thing to a frightened outlaw. By my beard, I need no help to deal with the likes of you. I won't argue with that. I can't kill him. You saw what happened when I tried. I just threatened him with a bow. I don't actually kill him. Let's see. Would this sway you to a trade? Your clothes and possessions for this money plus a new suit of Lincoln green. Green isn't my color. As for the money, it isn't enough. Poke, poke. This is all you have? 5 pennies? I told you I wasn't a rich man. I suppose you're going to take it all. Leave me without a farthing in a strange town. Stranded, starving. Just what I'd expect from... Cease! You would keep every penny, especially to still your whining tongue. And what's in this little jar? Jeweler's rouge used to polish stones. I suppose you'll take that too? So far I've taken nothing from you but the lashing of your tongue. Actually, hold on, wait. I think actually poking him is the right thing to do, but I want to give him money first. Okay, I'll check note of the score. So the score is 44-10 right now. Here, have like a penny. Have 5 pennies. That's not enough to be worth the inconvenience of losing my fine clothes. 10 pennies? Jesus. Right, so apparently you just... I guess money is not the right thing to do. Here, take all my money, see what happens. Nope. Okay, good. You don't actually lose all your money. Alright, good. So yeah. Poke. Oh, actually, wait, hold on. What if I give him the rings? Would you trade your clothes for this ring? It is a fine enough ring with good gemstone, but it's not enough to make the trade you want. But the ring is ensorcelled. If you say so, I'm sure it must be. Ah, you don't believe me. If an outlaw with a bow tells me a ring is magic, then I will believe him. All the same, I don't care to make the trade you propose. How about if I give you this thing? I've a mind to trade this emerald and a new suit of Lincoln green for your clothes and possessions. Sooth, this stone is worth 10 times that. You must be mad. Will you make the trade? By my faith, I will. Then I'll call my man and we'll trade clothes upon the spot. Yeah, that's not a good idea either. That emerald is important. You've kept your word right enough. I'll make you another gift. Feel within the lining of my cape and bring out what you find there. I feel the bulge of jewelry. Ah, here it is. These are magnificent jewels. They must be worth more than my single emerald. Not so. They're false, but such is my skill, only the finest lapidary in the land could detect their fakery. I meant to take them to Nottingham and swindle the sheriff's wife, for I hear she loves jewels and can scarcely tell coal from diamond. Also, there's a tiny jar of jeweler's rouge for polishing stones. Thank you, my friend. I hope you're well satisfied with the trade. I've missed the fun of the swindle, but I'm a richer man than you with this emerald in my purse. Will, Tuck, escort our friend to the north. You're a fool to make such a trade. I feel in my bones that you'll regret it. We shall see. Will is correct, in fact. We do not want to give away that emerald. And, I mean, we can still win the game without it, but again, that's just another wrong thing you can do. So, instead, we'll just poke him. We poke him again. Not again. Look, just take the money and let me be on my way. What's this bulge in the lining of your cape? You've not been honest with me. It's nothing, just old stuff that I... Let go! I see why you kept this well hidden. What magnificent jewels. Shrivel, you outlaw! If you take that, I'm ruined. It's all I have in the world. I am named Outlaw, but I'm no common thief and will not suffer unfairly at my hands. But tell me truly now, what plans did you have in Nottingham? I've heard that the sheriff's wife has a passion for jewels. I propose to sell this to her. Then I'll see that you profit and save you the journey besides. You'll have food and comfort in my camp while I borrow your clothes, for I've a mind to sell these for you. Nay, you dare not! I mean, you know nothing about jewelry. I mean, not this jewelry. That is... You try my patience. Will you come willingly, or must I... Wait! The truth it is, then. These jewels are false. False? They're as fine as I've ever seen. Of course, I'm a master of my trade, and my trade is false jewels. Only the most expert eye could pick my stones from a true one. Then you meant to swindle the sheriff's wife all along. Aye, that is the way of it. Then be glad. From me you'll have a fat purse worth more than your false jewels and a new suit of Lincoln green. I'll save you the risk of facing the sheriff. Humph. Fair enough trade, I suppose, though I'll miss the challenge of the bilking. Stand fast while I call my men. We'll change clothes upon the spot. Get naked. Get your ass naked. There we go. This pouch holds more than enough to cover my losses. You've kept your word, and I'll keep mine. I'll stay clear of Nottingham. My men will see you on your way. Don't trust me, eh? I don't blame you. I wouldn't either. These words come grudgingly from my lips, Robin Hood, but I wish you luck. Coming from you, my friend, I value it all the more. Treat him well, men. Only because you ask it, Robin. Come on, you. Yay! I look the part of a fairly prosperous merchant. It's weird also that like my my clothes aren't quite the same color as his were. All right, so let's check out the doohickeys that he had on him. The jeweler's samples are wrapped in red velvet. There's a small round wooden box which the jeweler carried with his goods. I'll unwrap the velvet and have a look at the jeweler's samples. One of the jeweler's most cunning pieces of work is this penannular brooch. I'll wrap the samples in the velvet again for protection. This jewelry doesn't suit me. I'm not that sort of fellow. Unfortunately, shaving is not an option. But there is another option I have. Inside is a rough reddish powder called jeweler's rouge. There, a bit of rouge rubbed into my beard and onto my eyebrows will complete my disguise. There, I'm a redhead now. Let's, see if I can, oops, not there. See if I can pester anyone else while I'm in disguise. Hey, there she is. It's a pleasure to see the widow again. No point dallying here. If you mean to do something in that disguise, you best be off doing it. Aw, she just sees right through me. It's kind of a shame. Alright. First, let's of course stick around Nottingham for a bit. Oh hey, that's a new person. The pigs must belong to this aromatic swineherd. I don't believe the sturdy swineherd would stand idly by if I tried to make off with his pig. Give money to pig. He has the look of an honest peasant and the smell of a pig pen. If you ever be needing a swineherd, sir, I'm your man. I'm sure. He's too poor to have anything I could want. Have some money. Are you looking for a swineherd, sir? Nay, nay, this is a gift. You're too generous, sir. Doesn't actually get any points, but, you know, it's a nice thing to do. Robin Hood looks kind of weird in his red beard portrait. Oops. Good day, merchant. Have you business here? I have some fine jewelry to sell. Jewelry? The abbot is right fond of jewels. Follow me. Uh-oh. This was not the right thing to do. Magnificent jewels and very fine goldsmithing. I commend you upon your work. Your Excellency is too kind. You find the purity of the stones passable, then? Oh, superb, of the highest quality. But this is women's jewelry. Matilda, that is the sheriff's wife, is the one to buy this sort of work. Have you nothing befitting a man of my station? Not upon this journey, I fear, but since you appreciate the value of my gemstones, I shall be certain to call upon you again in the future. Then why did you come here and waste my time? Do excuse me, your Excellency. I shall hasten to leave if you will but tell me where this Matilda might be found. In the castle, where do you think the sheriff's wife would be found? Take your stones and stop bothering me. Ooh, I wonder what happens if you go in there and you haven't dyed your beard yet. I wonder if he recognizes you too. I'm gonna see what happens. Oh, but I have, okay, well, that's fine. I'll just do this real quick. Here, let's do that. Jewelry, fond of jewels. Oh, okay. Nope. Same conversation. Never mind. Oops. What am I doing? Pub, right. Hello, Mr. Barkeeper, innkeeper. I say, can you tell me anything of interest about the sheriff? Depends on what you find interesting. For example, does he know much about jewels? I wouldn't know. I don't suppose your knowledge would increase if it were exposed to a few pieces of silver. I sell ale, merchant. That's my business, and I don't give a tinker's damn what the sheriff knows about jewels. So sorry to have bothered you with all my questions. I didn't mean to be a nuisance. Well, I have a temper right enough. From what I hear, the sheriff's wife can never get enough jewels and fancies herself the expert. But it's also said you can't tell glass from coal, nor is the sheriff much better. I've told you all I know. Cool. I don't think I've ever done that before. Neat. Still can't talk to the guards, but not like I'd want to anyway. Hey, Mind Cozy. Hello. Alright. Castle. Now comes the real deceit. Lapidary. I cannot admit you unless you have business within. Forthright man of military bearing, I have travelled many dangerous and wearisome leagues that I may lay before your vainglorious master and his Calipigian spouse the humble yet incomparable splendors of the lapidary's craft such as I possess. Eh? I have fine jewelry to show the sheriff and his wife. The sheriff's lady wife will be most pleased to see that. I'll have you escorted in. Giles, Roger, show this here gent to the sheriff, and send word to the Lady Matilda that a jeweler's come to see her. Yeah. Her choice in men is not great. Sire, I can tell by your noble bearing that you must be the illustrious Sheriff of Nottingham, famed in song and legend. And this rosy-cheeked wisp of a fair maid, could this possibly be your wife? Why, you must have married her as a mere child. There, John, you see, that is how a cultured man speaks. You're welcome here, sir. May we have the honour of your name? Gucci Beverley, your ladyship. Speak your piece, I'm a busy man. Oh, hush, John. First, of course, let's gawk around the room and everything. A fine stag adorns the wall. I can be sure the sheriff did not loose the shaft that downed it. The villain has a holy book upon that stand, yet I'll wager he cannot read a word of it. I cannot see through the window from here. 'Tis a halberd. The sheriff's shelves look to be empty. Wow, I can't say her name. Herxina, thank you for the raid. I've totally, screwed up your name, I'm sorry. 'Tis a desk. How fitting that the sheriff should hang a shield with a bend sinister upon it, the mark of a man of bastard descent. 'Tis a torch. That is the sheriff's personal shield. The black crow upon it causes me to wonder if he has Danish blood in his lineage. As for the axes, I can be sure the sheriff never hefted those in battle. There's nothing unusual about his fireplace. 'Tis only firewood. That's an ordinary bench. He has a superb rich rug from the east. These sheriff's men all begin to look the same after a time. He has a rich cloth upon his table. My tongue nearly strangles itself to flatter this well-larded nag. What a bloated swine the sheriff is. Touch all the things. There's nothing upon the table for me to take. I'm as close as I care to be to this malodorous matron. A step too close to him would mean my instant death. I'm here to be clever, not to die. I disagree. I have nothing to say to him. Rumor of your knowledge has reached even to my distant town. I have an unerring eye for jewels. With the merest glance, I know what is pure and what is flawed. One could almost say I was gifted with a divine grace to have such a skill. It is a pleasure to deal with a lady of such skill. I'm sure it would be if you'd show me something that I may judge. I've heard that you have a master's eye for good jewels. I know quality when I see it. If you've something to show, get on with it. Showing my stones. First, actually, let's show him the wrong things. Like, I'm pretty sure showing him the rings will get me killed. This is all you have to show? Wait on, the prior sent description of a ring stolen from him. Wait on, the prior sent description of a ring stolen from him that this would match. That would not surprise me, for I sold him a copy of this ring a few months ago. Ah, that explains it. Besides, you'd be a fool to show me a stolen ring. Or a madman. Aye, but this isn't ladies' jewelry. I'll have to do better than this to interest my wife. That sapphire is perfect, but set in a man's ring. I hope this is not all you have. By my troth, this fits the description of a ring stolen from the abbot. It's a common enough pattern. I've sold many like this. As if you'd freely display a stolen ring to me, eh? But you'll have to do better than this to interest my wife. Hey, whoa, hey, what's that all about? It is a glorious ruby, but a man's ring. I hope this is not all you have. Sorry, is there a problem? Yeah, he wasn't talking about me. Yes, let's see if I give him the emerald. I'm sure that'll be a wonderful decision. I have one jewel in particular that... Don't bother showing me one jewel, you twit. If that's all you could pull from your pouch, you're wasting my time. If I might show you but one jewel that I carry, I was told you were a jeweler. I don't wish to see a single jewel. I wish to see all your wares. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I can see why, yeah. Easy mistake to make. Here, have my jeweler's rouge. What the devil are you giving me this? I thought such an expert as yourself could make use of it. Take it, husband. It's jeweler's rouge. I can indeed make good use of it. Have some money. I can think of no reason to do that without arousing suspicion of myself. Actually, I think I need that jeweler's rouge. Can I give it to her? Allow me to gift you with some rouge, for I've heard you have a fine collection of jewels. Good, I was running low and have many fine pieces of jewelry in need of a polish. Yeah, let's not do that. Anyway, let's actually do what I'm here for, which is this. Feast your eyes upon this exquisite workmanship and the finest jewels of all creation. I am an expert, you know, and I can see that these are jewels of the purest order. John, I simply must have them. Matilda, your coffers are filled with jewelry. John! What would you ask for this necklace and brooch? Brooch? Fine, whatever you offer will suit me fine. 50 marks for both. As you wish. Why, those jewels are worth far more. Matilda, still your tongue, woman. I am quite content with the offer. Then you'll take the 50 marks? Ah, it wearies me so selling the abundance of jewels I possess. I have such a store of them I could sell them for a penny apiece and still be a rich man. You have that many jewels of this quality? How so? Well, dear me, sir, the secret I was about to impart is not meant for, uncouth ears. You men, step outside until I call for you. Yeah, uncouth ears. Come, my friend, tell me all. It was by a lucky chance that one day I found myself lost within Sherwood Forest. That is not what I would call luck. But when I stopped to rest and regain my bearings, I discovered a cave. No simple cave this, but a dragon's hoard from the days of Merlin the Enchanter. Odds blood! Did you slay the dragon? Fortunately, the ancient dragon had died, and naught but its mouldering bones and enormous piles of jewels remained. Jewels heaped as high as a man's chest, rubies, emeralds, diamonds, opals, pearls, topaz, turquoise. Oh, did you say diamonds? More than stars in the sky. I tell you, the knowledge of this cave has nearly driven me to madness. What I would give to be free of the burden of wandering from town to town trying to sell them all, never knowing when I might be robbed. You poor man! Are there sapphires? Uncountable numbers of them. Psst, not another word, wife. This simple woodcock shall have his wish. My dear fellow, perhaps I can aid in relieving you of this heavy burden. I should be eternally grateful. For but 5,000 marks I would gladly sell it all. 5,000 marks? That's a goodly sum. Aye, but if it's too much, I'll take the 50 marks and depart. Don't be hasty. I must, of course, see the treasure before I pay the fee. My conditions are simple. You will bring the 5,000 marks packed upon your horse while I go on foot before you. When I've revealed my secret, then payment will be due, and not before. Fair enough. I'll gather some men, and nay, we will go alone. Into Sherwood Forest? Are you mad? We'll take a dozen men, if you insist. Still, were it me, I would not trust the location of such a dragon's hoard to common soldiers. John, you listen to him. There's hardly a one of them that wouldn't rob us blind. I suppose you're right, dear. But I'll not happily set foot in Sherwood Forest alone without more proof than this. Men, come back in! Ah, right. Okay. The sheriff is, gullible, shall we say. Let's see. What are you doing? Alas, since the sheriff shows no interest, I may as well leave. Put it right back. John, stop being so stubborn. Buy all his jewels and don't quibble about the price. Very well. I agree to your conditions. Let us go at once. With pleasure. And her ladyship may have this jewelry for naught, as a token of my esteem for her delicate grace and feminine beauty. Oh, I shall never forget you, Gucci and Beverly. Actually, hold on, wait. What happens if I, Now that is truly a magnificent jewel. Let me see it closely. This one is not for sale. But if you demand more proof than this, then I shall give up and leave at once. Nay, he's convinced, aren't you, John? John! Aye, dear. I agree to your conditions. Let us go at once. With pleasure. Okay, I'm not actually sure if that, I don't know if one of those approaches is... I feel okay, hang on. I'm actually gonna not show him the emerald, because I feel like I should keep that to myself, like, whenever I can. Yeah, let's just do this instead. Because I definitely remember doing that when I played this as a kid, and I know that got me to full points. I'm not sure if... I mean, because you don't lose points for showing the emerald, but you might not gain as many? I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Anyway. That's the problem with showing off different approaches, because, like, the consequences may not show up until much later. This part shall do nicely. Why are we stopping here? Where's the cave? Hey, Omega number. If I hadn't already said that. I warn you, I see no humor in this. I intend to fulfill my word. I shall reveal my secret, and then payment shall be due. Behold my secret. Your hair. Why, it's your... none other than Robin Hood. By my troth, if you think you can take me alone, but we are not alone. Come out, men, and greet our guest. Every day, Sir Sheriff. 'Twas all a stinking, cowardly outlaw trick. I don't care with your words, or I'll rap some manners into you. What difference does it make? You'll murder me sooner or later. Not so. I give you my solemn oath that you shall depart this forest as whole as you entered it. Save for a few belongings we shall take in payment for the banquet. What banquet? Why, the one that awaits you even now. Let us be off. That's a good question. Well, the other thing is, I mean, presumably I have a bow. And there are other outlaws waiting in the woods around him. This is an outrage. I order you to release me. Sit down, you. Is something amiss, Sir Sheriff? The food doesn't please you? The ale doesn't suit your refined palate? He clenches his jaw so tightly he cannot swallow ale. Enough play. Let's gut the pig. Nay, Will, I promise you safe conduct, and I'll not go back on my word. I demand plant your rump upon the stump. I'm an official of King Richard. How dare you treat me this way? Heed me well. You're a lying, traitorous dog, and the only thing that keeps you alive is my word that you'd leave Sherwood Forest as whole as you entered it. But if you dare mention Richard Lionheart again, you who conspire against him at every turn, I'll cut out your tongue. Have some venison, fresh caught today. One more crime against you. What does it matter? One crime or 100, the penalty is the same, the rope. Perhaps some music would soothe our guest. A ballad of bold Robin Hood. Kill me and have done with it. You don't think I believe for a minute that you'll set me free. Unlike you, I honor my oaths. Another round of grog. Sing us your song, Ellen. Make it loud enough to drown out the grinding of my Lord Sheriff's teeth. You said I'd be sent back as whole as I entered, you dog. What, are you not as whole as when you entered this life, and clothed the same besides? I love that laugh. Stop laughing at me, you dung-eating knave. For every insult I've suffered today, I'll see that you suffer tenfold. Farewell, and be glad we left you your hat. I swear I'll not rest until I have vengeance. And my fondest regards to your lady. Bye. Hope that horse knows the way home. We couldn't contain our laughter as the sheriff cursed his way back to town. Yet for all the day's good work, I could scarcely wait for nightfall and the arrival of my lady. Check it out, we have 5,000 more marks in our ransom now. By dusk, I paced the edge of the forest, desperately worried that she could not come, that some harm had befallen her. But at last her cloaked form glided through the trees to me, and I guided her swiftly to our camp. Are you sure no one saw you enter the forest tonight? No one had eyes for me once the sheriff arrived in town. What a merry sight that was! He sought to clothe himself in curses, so loudly did he rail against you. But I fear your lives will become more dangerous than ever. Worry not about us, lady. When the king returns, he'll set things aright. That he will, and he'll hear from me and from the queen all that you brave men have done in his behalf. Bless you, Lady Marian. Please, Lady Marian is the shy maiden who lives in town. Here I am only Marian. Already you've captured my men's hearts as thoroughly as you've captured mine. Have I? Then you are easily caught. Nay, you are an enchantress. Marian, stay with me. You tempt me greatly. Of late I've had such forebodings. I feel death near to me. I would give my life to keep you safe. I'm sorry to worry you. It's nothing. I must tell you quickly about the Queen's Knight, then return to town. Tomorrow I'll learn the password that he'll use. You must meet me in the Willow Grove so that I may give it to you. After the Abbot's treasure train has been seized, the Queen's Knight will meet you on Watling Street to receive whatever ransom you have to give him. But he'll deal only with the man who can spell out the password using the hand code I've given you. We'll be on watch for him. But we've had no news of when the treasure will come. Lob says within the fortnight. You'll have to watch the road every day. I'll send scouts further north to give us advance warning. Then that's all I can tell you until tomorrow. I'll walk you to the edge of the forest. I'd be most pleased if you did. While you're gone, Robin, may I take away the disguises in your cave? There's much good cloth there, and many poor folk in need of it for the winter. As you like, Tuck. I doubt I could show my face in town in any of those disguises again. No more disguises. Sad face. Sad face. That's okay. We don't need them. I was coming to get you. I have grievous news, my friend. The abbot has charged Marian with witchcraft. He will burn her in the witches' court of the abbey today. Last night when she was afraid, if I'd only listened, I should have kept her here. Don't be a fool. You know she wouldn't have stayed, not when she had to meet the Queen's messenger. Nothing will save the abbot from me if a single strand of her hair is singed. What will you do? I must think upon it. I'm here. What more do you want? The sheriff will be expecting a rescue attempt. It changes nothing. I must save her. Whatever you ask of us, we'll do. You'll have whatever help you want of me. Give him stuff. I already gave him a lot of these things. Isn't that the enchanted stone the lady gave you? I wouldn't dare touch it. Nay, I beg you to keep it safe. I will feel better knowing you have its protection. I can't make the least sense of them. Maybe the dwarf is just mad. At any rate, I don't want his ravings. Shoot, little John. Shoot my own man? That would be madness. Okay, I think this is actually the first time when we need to use our horn to call my dudes. Let us confer with our merry men. Will, I must find a way to save Marion. Aye, our hearts are with you. I've been talking to the men. The witch's court will be difficult to assault. Even if I must go alone, still your foolish tongue. We wait only for your word to go to her rescue. Give another loud blast upon your horn, and we'll speak of strategies. Alright. I could scourge myself for giving away your disguises. Set aside your guilt. Even did I have those disguises, they would now be watching warily for them. It occurs to me that all the sheriff's men and abbot's monks will be at the witch's court to watch the burning. They may well suspect a rescue if they've learned of Marion's connection with Robin. Let me hear all your thoughts before I decide. Both the sheriff and abbot will be there, will they not? Let us concentrate all our force not toward the lady, as they expect, but towards taking them prisoner. Once we have such hostages, we can demand that Marion be set free, and even guarantee us safe passage to the forest. I would incite the mob to riot, for the abbot is feared and hated by the common folk. Set them to create confusion and draw the soldiers into the streets, where we can attack in full force outside the court while you slip inside and rescue your lady. My counsel is to try subterfuge. By whatever means you can, enter the court secretly so that you can seize the lady from the fire unhindered. When it seems certain you found a way in, I'll lead a two-part attack through the town. Half our men from the north and half from the south converging upon the court. I'll take Will's horn, and when you hear me signal you upon it, you'll know the moment is upon you to act. One strong wedge driving straight through the nearest town gate will serve us best, with you in the lead. We'll cover you while you reach Marion and free her from the stake. Let's attack the soldiers and taunt them and then pretend to run away in all directions. The soldiers will split up and run all over town after us. Then you, Robin, with maybe 5 men, can go after Marion while we keep the soldiers busy running after us. So, we have choices. Some of these choices are obviously better than others. John, subterfuge. John leads a 2-part attack and wins horn for Robin to act. Will, Robin to lead a wedge attack in force. Alan, seek to take sheriff and abbot hostage. Tuck, incite riot, attack in streets, Robin to slip in alone. Much, try to lead soldiers away, Robin to enter witch's court with 5 men. This isn't an RPG, this is an adventure game. Hey, Krungling G, yeah. Unfortunately, we can't romance any of the merry men. I know, I wish I could. What do you guys think we should do? I think, if I recall... Hey, tall beer dude. John, will Alan talk much? Yeah. Subterfuge is a fun word. I believe this is the game that taught me that word, actually. I can thank adventure games, playing a lot of adventure games as a kid, for my vocabulary today. I learned words like subterfuge and furtive. Strapato. Simultaneously with Mario Party. Ah, nice. I always like hearing that. Like, I really like also, I like hearing stories of people who learned English from playing adventure games. That's really that's really cool to me. Strapato. It's a torture device. It's the we saw it in the monastery in the Fens. It's the thing that Folk was tied to. Like, he basically, it was like he was suspended in the air by his wrists tied together. And it's designed so that, like, the weight of the victim's body, like, basically dislocates their shoulders. It does not sound pleasant. Yes, that is it, Mind Cozy. Alright, so you, okay, so Centrifuge, that sounds like a good plan. Let's try a less good plan first. Let's try Much's plan. Let's do this. Also, I did forget something very important, but we'll see that soon enough. I knew there was something missing from this plan. He should have paid more attention to what Folk told him. It gives a whole new meaning to lyrics about the fires of love burning hotly. That's in very poor taste, Alan. Pray pardon me, but then I'm not the one foolish enough to jump into a fire without protection. Oh shit, I didn't, Oh no, I did, okay. For some reason I thought I didn't have a save file. Anyway, yeah. It's actually, before we do any of that stuff, let's put this on. I feel the power of the ring that commands fire upon my hand. Well, that's what he was trying to do. The ring that commands fire has a blazing ruby set in gold, and punch. Oh, well, maybe he's not that good, but, I mean, he's Robin Hood, of course he's that good. Okay, wait, let's try that again, only with the ring properly put on this time. Oops. Hey, LG Chief, belatedly. Inside a riot. I think that is also one of the better plans as well. But yeah. So anyway, let's go through all the plans maybe first. Blah blah blah. Wedge attack. Let's do this. Oh, I got crossbows. Cool. Run, Robin! There we go. Aha! Fire doesn't hurt me now. Alas, we lost 7 good men, though we fought like cornered animals. Our taunts did little except alert the soldiers to our presence, and we were forced to make a direct frontal attack with no element of surprise. The fighting was merciless, and the streets dark with blood before we escaped Nottingham town. Once we reached the edge of the forest, I parted ways with my men. They drew the attention of our pursuers and took them on a merry chase into Sherwood. Some instinct led me to the nearest place where I might tend to Marion, for I couldn't carry her much further. Marion? Marion, can you hear me? She can scarcely breathe. The smoke has seared her lungs. If I cannot save her, she'll die within minutes. Breathing is painful, ragged. She could die at any moment. You ran his piece, yeah, basically. I'm not a physician. I cannot heal her with my hands alone. She cannot speak. She is dying. My men are scattered, and some may still be fighting. It would be futile to win my horn, perhaps even dangerous. Well, bye, Marion. Nothing that can be done. I dare not leave with Marion so near death. Here, wear this ring. Alas, the ring has no power to heal. The ring protected us from the flames, but it can do nothing to heal her. Oh. I was too slow. She's dead. Dead! Ah. My men found me there at last, weeping over Marion's body, lost and wild in my grief. Tuck took charge and had me taken to the camp. Only slowly did reason return, but my loss and shame remained almost more than I could bear. Robin, if there's anything we could say, she's dead. I let her die. Nay, the abbot killed her. Turn your grief into rage for that gutless dog. Harden your heart, for you must still lead us and capture that treasure. I'll lead you, never fear, but I'll never forget what I've lost this day, nor who will pay for it. Marion was laid to rest in the willow grove. I fancied I could hear her voice whispering to me when the wind stirred the long willow leaves. Dark, heavy days for me passed in painful slowness. I set aside mourning only because I must, or my grief will infect men and destroy their morale. We sent scouts to the north and wait for their signal. Long, weary days creep past. I fear that Prince John's nerve has failed and the treasure will never come. So, obviously, that's not what we want to do. We can actually save Marion. I just want to show you what happens if you don't. You can finish the game with Marion dead. You just can't let her die in that first encounter with the Fens monk. But you can let her die later. Okay. So we lost 7 outlaws, and that's not great. We want to lose as few men as possible. I did try much as planned. That was what I just did. Much as planned caused me to lose 7 guys. Yeah. Alright, so we also had we wanted to see the riot as well. I think actually the riot and Tuck and Little John, I think, are the best options. Oh, interesting. They're actually in different orders. That's cute. Like, I don't think I've really noticed that. They're in a random order on the screen. Let's see. Yeah, let's try Tuck's plan. Someone asked for that. I mean, I think all of these are ultimately successful. Okay. But it depends on how many guys you want to lose. Though many of the common folk did rally to our aid, it was scarcely enough. Only a small force of soldiers came to deal with it, and though we dispatched them easily enough, it set off the alarm. We left a bloody path in our wake, and while my men fought to cover me, I freed Marion from the stake. By the time we fought our way free, 6 brave men were dead. And then it continues. So, Tuck's plan, not the best either. Let's see what the other, but it's slightly better than Much's plan, but not by much, haha. Boop, boop, boop noises. That's what he does when stressed. Let's try Alan's plan. That sounds fun. Okay, we got this again. Yeah, one better than the last plan. one fewer man dead. That's an improvement. Baby steps, right? I'm sure taking the sheriff and abbot hostage can't possibly go wrong. Neither the sheriff nor the abbot remained more than a second once our attack began. A special force of guards spirited them away to safety. We had a pitched battle with those that remained. We won the day, but lost 5 men. Again, one better. Yeah, I mean, whose life is more important? Random faceless outlaws or Marion? The important thing is that I get laid, guys. Okay, so we have yet to try Will's plan and John's plan. Let's try Will first. Save John for last. Wedge attack and force. Roar! Charge! Charg! I like that he like looks back and forth like, where's Marion? Dude, she's right there. She's where the fire is. Will's plan was quick and brutal, but effective. I was able to rescue Marion at the cost of 3 men. Not bad. Not bad, but we can do better. Alright. One more try. Yep. Made Marion most important. The most important. Okay, so remember a couple videos ago where I was wandering around in the abbey, and I made sure to find my way through the hedge maze? This is why you need to do that. Oh God, really? Wow, that's not great. Honestly, I kind of hate it more when humanity exposes, like, another, like, something else to a human thing that completely fucks it up. That, I didn't word that very well. But, like, when humanity screws something up just by poking at it. Anyway, John, subterfuge. Here we go. Okay. So this, instead of taking us right to the witch's court, this takes us to Nottingham. So, from here, let's go to the castle. No, this is basically the same. Right. So the only place we can go is the pub. Lunar germs. It makes me think of Final Fantasy IV. Those like weird single cell organisms you fight. What do you want here, outlaw? I seek a way to enter Nottingham in secret. Seek elsewhere. I've no reason to help you, even if I could. Don't try to force your way past me, outlaw. I fought in the Crusades and have no fear of any man that faces me fairly. I will kill you. I've no time for fancy words. Unlock the door to your back room and be quick about it. You vile, cowardly outlaw. I'll do what you say, but only because I've no choice. Now stand well aside. Make haste. If I live, I swear you'll regret treating me in this high-handed way. I do as I please. Ha! You'll not come back out this way, outlaw. I'll teach you what it means to make an enemy of me. Wait, let me explain. It's no use. He's run out of the pub and left this door locked. Yeah, I lose points for doing that. The door is locked. Yeah, let's not do that. Funny though, it didn't give me the points lost jingle. That's okay. Please help me. I need your help. Now listen here, outlaw. If one of the sheriff's men comes by, but they've all gathered to watch an innocent woman burn, perhaps you should join them. Be damned. I take no pleasure in such vile things. I only ask that you unlock your cellar door and let me pass. What good is that to you? I know of the tunnels and where they lead, and if they catch you and ask how you found your way there, they'll never hear word of you from my lips. A man will say anything under torture. You ask too much. In the name of the Virgin, I beg you to let me pass, or the Lady Marian will die. What? Is the Lady Marian they're burning? You did not know? But they said it was a witch. Why, she's one of Queen Eleanor's ladies and loyal to our king. There's no more time. Even now they may set the torch. Aye, aye, come at once. Godspeed. I'll not forget your help this day. Never mind that, just be on your way quickly before someone comes in. He waits for me to leave and stands in the door to hide me should anyone enter his pub. Nay, it's no use coming back this way. Use the tunnels. Hurry, before someone comes. Hurry, use the tunnel. There's still the danger of discovery here. All right. So we are back here again. Let's, of course, go the wrong way. Oh, really? Did you pick one of the other men's plans? I'm in the dungeon. I've seen enough of that evil pit. Roger, it's an outlaw. Seize him! It's Robin Hood! He was off to a brilliant start. He'd gotten past the innkeeper and into the tunnels. Very clever. And then he walked right into the heart of the castle. Maybe he thought all the sheriff's men would be at the burning. There's always guards in a castle. I don't know what he was thinking. I guess we'll never know. Let's hope our next leader keeps his wits about him. Very smart, Robin Hood. No, that's not the right way. You want to go to the Abbey, because that's where the witch's court is. As I hoped, the place is empty. The abbot and his scabrous toadies will all be in the witch's court to watch Marian's execution. I'm glad to see that chair empty, though his absence here doesn't bode well for Marian. Yeah, how did you do it, Omega number? Come on, through the door. There we go. What? I can't save. Oh, I think I might be out of space. Hold on a minute. Oh, I got plenty of space left. Weird. Maybe I'm out of save slots. Let's see. Oh, you're right. 99 slots used. Holy crap. Wow, I was not keeping track of my... I have a lot of save files. I save a lot. Okay, in that case, let's just save over one of my early things. I actually did not know that ScumVM had a save slot limit, which goes to, you know, shows you how often I use ScumVM. All right, that's fine. Let's of course dick around. Laundry room. Oh, nothing for me here. Why am I not surprised to find the door locked? Let's see if I can find that. No, I guess I can't go into any of the monks' rooms. You're terrible at oversaving. Yeah, I mean, as you can see, so am I. Okay, we want to go back here. And I don't actually quite remember the path I took, but we'll figure it out. Even from this distance, I can hear the angry muttering of the crowd outside the witch's court. And there, faintly, I hear the abbot's voice calling out above the crowd. Bring in the witch! I have little time. They will light the fire at any moment. Right, okay. So I am on a time limit here. And I don't actually remember the proper way to go, but I'll figure it out. I should have gone over my previous footage to make sure that I had it right. Let's see. Oh, I don't think this is right. Oops, wait a minute, where are you going? Might be right. No, where are you going, you idiot? Wow. Go north. And then go west. Thank you, keyboard. Oh, no, this is right. It's weird that the music just stops, like after like one. It doesn't even loop. And then I think I go this way. Yeah. Muscle memory. After all these years. Wow, I'm surprised I remembered this route as well as I did. I was sure I would like screw up and have to do it over again. I know, right? I can hear the angry muttering of the crowd outside. Burn the witch! I'm barely in time. And of course, we already saw what happens if you don't put on the ring. Oh, and I can't actually go anywhere else. I have to... Where is Little John? If he doesn't come... Oh, right. I forgot about that part. I hear Will's horn. I must act now. I forgot there was a horn thing that had to happen. Yoink! I will take this lovely young woman with me, please. Thank you very much. And goodbye. Little John's flanking attacks decimated the soldiers and cleared the way long enough to free Marion from the stake. Thanks to his bold attack and the element of surprise, we escaped with no loss of life. Yeah! Once we reached the edge of the forest, I parted ways with my men. They drew the attention of our pursuers and took them on a merry chase into Sherwood. Some instinct led me to the nearest place where I might tend to Marion, for I couldn't carry her much further. Marion? Marion, can you hear me? She can scarcely breathe. The smoke has seared her lungs. If I cannot save her, she'll die within minutes. And we already saw what happens if I let her die, which is bad. But what you actually do is this. The diamond! Somehow she's fooled her captors and kept it clutched within her hand. Yay! Blessed Lady, if love be stronger than death, let my love flow through these gems and heal her. Oh, not the fire! Robin! Robin! Marion, I'm here. You're safe. I thought I was dead. You were healed by the power of the Heartstone. I must tell you the password quickly. Shush. Rest, my love. There's plenty of time now. I cannot rest until I tell you. The Queen's Knight will know you when you spell out the word steed. Let me write that down. Where's my pen? There it is. Steed. And that's in the hand code. Your duty is fulfilled. Don't tax your strength further. I'll take you to a safer place. I don't know, the Willow Grove is pretty safe. I carried Marion to the widow's cottage. The good woman at once took her in and tended to her. I remained with Marion until the widow assured me there was nothing more I could do, and we discussed how best to safeguard her. We reached a plan, then I kissed my love farewell, and I joined my men for the evening meal. How fares the lady? Well enough. I've placed her in the widow's care and set Hob and his brothers to set watch. I deem it most unwise for her to return to Nottingham. She will not. The widow has a sister in Blythe and will take Marion there to hide until it's safe to return. I swear by the Blessed Virgin, for what he's done to Marion, depriving the abbot of his treasure is scarcely enough. But it's a start. If God wills, the king will finish the rest. Whether God's will or our skill, we must not fail. We sent scouts to the north and wait for their signal. Long, weary days creep past. I fear that Prince John's nerve has failed and the treasure will never come. All right. I don't remember, but I think... Hold on a minute. If I do this... If you take too long in the hedge maze, I think you may, in fact, lose Marion that way as well. Let me try it. I'll spend a while derping around the hedge maze and just go everywhere wrong. And eventually, the abbot will probably burn the witch before I get there. Ah, nice little stroll through the hedge maze. Nothing at all is going wrong. You smell bacon? Really go for a nice, well done steak. I'm sorry, that was in bad taste. Go up. Why won't you go up? North, please. Really? Okay, fine. Maple smoked maiden. Wow, okay, you just won't. Alright then. You want that, you want the walk? There we go. Light the pyre, let the witch burn! I'm too late! Marion! Marion! Alas for Marion, alas for Robin. We have lost both in a single black day. It is so grievous indeed that he came so close but lost himself in the maze. It's too bad Robin didn't explore the maze earlier when he had disguises and more time. It makes too grim a tale to sing, for they found Robin in the maze, mad and raging with grief. But the sheriff had no qualms about hanging a madman all the same. Robin could not save his soul, but let us hope he saved the game. Cool. I forgot that you actually die if that happens. Neat. Anyway. John! John! Whoa, Tuck. By the Virgin, I've never seen you breathless before. Is there a wolf at your heels? Little John sent me to tell you. Catch your breath or I may never learn what you have to tell. Yep. The abbot's treasure train has been sighted. The signal has been passed from our northernmost scouts. Will remains on watch at the overlook. Good. We have time to plan. Awesome. Hey, Bum Rocky. Doing all right? How are you? Yeah, like I love how the merry men like break the fourth wall and hint at what you could have done to make things go better. Where are the rest of the men? All close by within hearing range. Which is a hint that I should blow my horn again. Hang on, first let me give you stuff. I could put it at the treasury, but I believe you were meant to keep it close to you, Robin. I could put it into the treasury, but I think you should keep it on your person for protection. If folk wanted you to have his verses, then you should have them. Yeah, like it's really, like there's kind of a lot more flexibility in this game than in a lot of other Sierra games, which is really, like, refreshing. Nice to see. Yeah. That's true. Yeah, it does kind of like owe its charm to its designer, to Christy Marks. The men are on the alert. They'll be here as quickly as they can manage. I hear Little John coming already. Our scout has reported that the Baron's treasure train has entered Sherwood upon the north. Baron Lefebvre rides in the fore. The treasure is carried upon 3 mules in line behind him. Upon each side of the mules, he has 20 heavily armed men, of which 10 are crossbowmen and 10 carry shields and spears. So we face 40 well-armed men in all, plus the Baron. What do we know of this Baron? Oops, sorry, one sec. Yes! If he's in the service of Prince John, he must be a man of dubious honor. Yes, I actually did not know that Christy Marks was associated with Gem of the Holograms until way after I'd played this game. And that does indeed own. But no less dangerous. If he rides in the 4, he is no coward. Shall we present our strategies? Aye, let me hear them all. Let us concentrate all of our fire from the Overlook, where we're best protected. We'll strike without warning and simply keep firing relentlessly until they are scattered or surrender. This battle will cost us men, no matter what tactic we choose. We should demand a surrender first, in case this Baron has more sense than courage, but set upon them from all sides if they refuse. There's no glory in an ambush. I couldn't even make a simple song out of it. We should show our strength from the Overlook, with a blare of horns and beating of drums, singing the praises of Richard Lionheart. If they fail to surrender on the spot, then we open fire and let fall a deadly rain of arrows. Against such trained soldiers we have but one advantage: surprise. It must be a sudden ambush, and we must fall upon them equally from both the Overlook and the far side of the road. Let's round up some wild boars and drive them into the road. The horse and mules will panic, the boars will gore them to soldiers, and then we can move in and take over. Again, some interesting strategies. John demands surrender, attack from all sides. Will, ambush and overlook only. Alan demands surrender with fanfare, very dramatic. Tuck, surprise ambush from two sides. Much, create panic with wild boars. Yeah, I did watch Gem of the Holograms when I was a kid, although not really as much as I could have. I feel like I didn't really... I wasn't, like, super into it. But I was at least familiar with it, and I watched some of it. And, yeah, had no idea Christy Marks was involved. What should we do? Again, similar to the previous strategizing, there are good plans and there are bad plans. Panic with boars. These are mules and people, not elephants. Yes. I think we should try that one first, because it sounds hilarious. Well, that's that. They've gotten past us. Aye, no need to remain here. We may as well return to camp and lick our wounds, so to speak. There was naught left but to straggle wearily back to camp, where we sat gloomily pondering our loss as night fell. I'm sorry, it's all my fault. Nay, lad, 'twas I who chose to race around the forest like a headless chicken after a bunch of vicious pigs that gored one of our own men and refused to run in any direction even close to Wildling Street. Aye, once the Baron heard us thrashing about, he doubled the pace. They were long past the Overlook or any other place where we might attack by the time we regrouped. We must face the sad truth. We have lost the treasure. Our duty is unchanged. When the Queen's Knight arrives, we'll turn over as much ransom as we have. Let it not be said we failed to keep our trust, no matter that our efforts are disappointing. Thanks much. Yeah, basically, never listen to Much the Miller's son. He never comes up with any good plans. I don't even know what he's even here for. Like, there's like no reason. He never does anything useful in the game. He's just there to look cute. Alright. Try that again. You'd probably say Tuck. That is a good choice. In fact, I believe Tuck is the correct plan in this case. Let's try the other ones first, just to see how they go. Willow looks like he's covered in jam. Oh, because of his cowl thing there. Yeah, I could see that. Let's do demand surrender with fanfare. Let's completely ruin our element of surprise. That sounds like a great plan, Alan. Oh my god. I know, right? Get him! Get him! I believe they used that same horse neigh sound in King's Quest VI. Hey, got him. Wow. That's a lot of casualties. Siege the treasure! I fear Alan will find little to sing about. The Baron scorned our challenge and fought to the last man. We lost many, many good men. Only the knowledge that this treasure can free the king eases the pain of their loss. We spent the rest of the day helping Tuck count the money. 50,000 marks in gold and silver we had taken. This will surely buy the king's freedom. A toast to all my brave lads, to the loyal outlaws of Sherwood, and to Robin Hood, and to the king, and to the suffering of Prince John and all whipped dogs who lick his boots. Glug. A finer day's work we've never done. I debate that. When the Queen's Knight arrives, we'll have a magnificent gift for his sovereign lady. Watch the road well. We dare not miss it. Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't a lot. Wasn't that many men, but still, more than I want to lose. So, Alan's plan, oops, also not great. Blah. No, see, he's robbing from the rich and giving to the poor. Well, he's not really giving to the poor in this case. He's giving to the King of Austria. Jerk. Okay, let's try the ambush from the Overlook only. And there's no, like, arcade sequence involved in this. There's nothing I can really do to help this along. It's just like, pick your plan, let it run its course. Yeah, I mean, you're probably right. Seize the treasure! The ambush was effective. We took one man prisoner and released him unharmed, for he fought bravely. How I would love to see the expression on the abbot's face when the survivor arrives in Nottingham with the news that we have taken Prince John's treasure. We lost 2 guys, though. Yep. That sounds about right. If I recall correctly, Friar Tuck and Little John both have good plans, and I think either one works, but I don't remember exactly. Let's try Little John first and then go with Tuck. Because Tuck's plan has the advantage of surprise, whereas John has demand surrender first. Let's try it. Oh, so you've already lost guys, so probably not the best plan. Well, I'm not doing the same thing. Things are slightly different. Though Little John's plan was not without merit, the Baron refused to consider surrender, and we lost the advantage of surprise. The battle raged fiercely. Too many died, for the Baron's soldiers fought to the last man. We grieved for those we lost, but death is the fate that awaits all outlaws. At least they died fighting to save King Richard. Alright, so, yeah, again, not a bad plan, but could be better. Alright, so yes, I think the correct plan is actually Tuck's. Because yay, surprise. I don't know, actually. I've never played Camelot either. I want to play that. I might play that one next. All right. So, tuck. There we go. Yeah, like looking back on it now, like it does seem like I should at least be able to, like, you know, fire my bow, like pick off guys as they're running through the forest like this. That would be cool, actually. That would be a nice arcade sequence thing. But, you know, adventure games, for as much as some adventure games like to try to shoehorn in arcade sequences for people who didn't want to play an adventure game for whatever reason. It's probably best that they didn't. There we go. Caught from both sides by surprise, the Baron and his men were quickly vanquished. Only 2 of the soldiers chose to surrender. We stripped them of armor and their weapons and set them free. Truly, this has been a proud day in the history of the outlaws of Sherwood Forest. Yeah. Alright, cool. Now, that is the correct way to do that. We now have an awful lot of money. Hey, what up, John? It's good you're up. Will sent me with a warning. The sheriff has loosed his mongrels to plague us again. Will urges you not to go abroad until they've gone their way. Yet I must, for the Queen's Knight will ride along Watling Street, and I must not miss him. Aye, that's what I told Will you'd say. But go carefully, master. You'll have little chance if they catch you in the forest alone. I'm heading south. Will said to leave the overlook to you. Thank you, John. May the Virgin Lady protect you. Aye, and you. Yep. Save early, save often. So, remember that thing we did last time where we had to hide in the forest? We gotta do that again. Up to 99 times, yeah. Actually, so there's Watling Street, but... Let's throw the sheriff's men off our trail first. It's a Catholic thing, I think. The idea is you're asking of the Virgin Mary to be an intermediary. You're asking her to pray for you. So I like to put in a good word for you, I guess, with her boss. I don't know. I'm not a Catholic, so I don't know, but that's what I've been told by people who are Catholic. But yeah, like it's kind of interesting to me too, because it's one of the only times that I'm aware of where like a major religion actually like places such importance on a female figure. Well, I should say not a major religion, but like a Western like Christian-oriented religion. It's like the only like version of it that actually like exalts a woman. Hey Mary, make your boy do this for me. Yeah. Do me a solid. Hail Mary, full of grace, do me a solid. I love it. Yeah, well, yeah, but as I amended myself, rather more like it's not so much like that, because that's a polytheistic, that's a pantheon, that's Greek, the Greek pantheon, which does not really mesh with the whole Christianity thing. What am I doing? I'm wandering around the forest is what I'm doing. Yep, but again, as I said, Western. Shintoism is awesome. And then also, there's also like, you know, voodoo and its related. What is the word I'm trying to remember? Can't remember. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Okay, that I believe is. Oh, I should pull up my manual. Hold on. Manual. There it is. That's the hand code. I need to find the druid trees, which are over here. Okay, so that's neon again, like we did last time. If I can find a different tree that is not neon, that would be great. Oh boy, that's gotta be fun, Bumrocky. Oh, right, I can't actually go on the map. Right? Oh, here we go. Shit. That thrashing in the forest, is it... Ah, it's the sheriff's men again. They're almost upon me. Whoopsie, bye. I don't want to do neon again, but, I mean, we're here, we may as well. Oh god, sorry, I still have the crap. I'm sorry. Yep, I still have the damn overlay on. I'm sorry. Crap. Sorry. Ugh, I hate when I do that. Anyway, okay, so neon, we want N-I-O-N, which is going to be... I was hoping to what I should have done is actually gone to the oak, the grandfather oak grove, just so that I can be a different kind of tree. N-I-O-N. Boom. Danger is past, fleshling. Return to your native form and go in peace. Tell the green man I thank him most heartily for his blessing. It will be done. Okay. Now I think we can go to... We liberated a whole ton of wealth just recently. Not from there, though. Here we go. Oh, look at this. What is going on here? It's good I have such trusted men. While I eluded the sheriff's men, they found the Queen's Knight and hold him for me upon Watling Street. I'll join them at once. So you're the leader of this rabble. What's the meaning of this? Sire, I beg you to forgive my men if they angered you. They only did as I bade them. Do you not come to Sherwood seeking me? You'll learn nothing from me as long as I'm surrounded by outlaws. My men are completely trustworthy. You have nothing to fear from them. I order you to send them away. Very well. Men, you'd best leave. I don't like it, Robin. Not one bit. Neither do I. Then go because I ask it of you. Bah! Queen's Knight or no Queen's Knight, he could use a lesson in manners. Well, explain yourself or step aside. I have no time to waste on a common outlaw. I'll not move a step until I learn what I need to know. Then you'd best be quick about it, or my sword will teach you to move. Well, this seems all right and proper and good. He's heavily armed and watches me suspiciously. The knight is a skittish but well-trained warhorse. I'm gonna call my man again. Prince John will reward me well for this day's work. Well, that didn't go so well. Alas, that treacherous night was long gone by the time we found Robin cruelly slain upon Watling Street. Such a base murderer could not have been a Queen's man. Here we are without a leader, without the password, and without the true Queen's knight, and no way to deliver the ransom. Wasn't very thoughtful of Robin to leave us in such a mess. Wasn't thoughtful of the knight to leave Robin in such a mess. Sure, yes. That, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Indeed. Do you serve the Queen? What's that to you, outlaw? If you wish to leave this forest alive, you'll answer me. You dare to threaten me? I wish only to serve the Queen by delivering the treasure as promised to her messenger. You should have said so at once. Turn everything over to me. When I'm sure you're the man I want, I'll gladly do so. Get on with it then, and be sure I'll report your insolence to my sovereign. Have you no token, no message to prove you're the Queen's knight? You've no right to question me. In the name of the Queen, deliver the ransom. Swear loyalty to King Richard, and I'll do so at once. You don't command me, outlaw. If you're a loyal man, nothing could be simpler. Swear your loyalty. I order you in the Queen's name to deliver the ransom. You false knight. What have you done with the true messenger? Here's your answer. Welp. Yeah. Have some money? I could use the money, outlaw. I gambled all mine away last night. Have this ring. How'd you come by this? The Queen will know. Give it to her to give to the King upon his return. As you wish. What do I want with that? If you have business with me, get on with it. Take all my stuff. Trying to bribe me, outlaw? For what, a pardon from the Queen? It's a gift for the Queen. I ask nothing in return. Oh, but of course, I'll see she gets it. Punch. Nice bit of stone. Deliver it to the Queen. It belongs to King Richard. Sure, I'll see to it. Come down from your horse, and if you dare to lay a hand upon me, I'll cleave your skull. Fuck you. I love that bend back. That's so cool. Every instinct I had told me this knight was no Queen's man, but now I must prove that I was right. Actually, so hold on. Before I go on with that, there's another thing I should do, which is actually try to show him the password. Which is Steed. So I'm going to grab my hand code again. So we want that to be... Ack. Oh crap! What have I done? STD, no. EED. What were you doing with your hand? Perhaps you didn't watch closely enough the first time. Shall I do it again? If you have business with me, get on with it. If you signed the wrong code, I think he does the same thing. Let's go like... Wow. What's the meaning of that? Answer me. Then you cannot be the true Queen's knight. What have you done with him? Cool. I could also just shoot him, but... yes. Actually, yeah. You know what? Let's do that, because that's the cool, dramatic way of doing it. So here. Oh yeah, so first let's give him the wrong thing. I-R-O-N. Irony. Oops, where was T again? T, E, and then D is up here. Oh, okay, so I actually want to, okay. So you gotta do the correct solution first. because that way you get the points. Oh, I see you ate one too. Unfortunately, there isn't a backspace, so if you screw up, you're out of luck. Alright, anyway. Let's do this properly this time. Move over game window. Here we go. S-T-E-E-D. Boom. There we go. That's how you get the points. And then... Screw you! There we go. Little John can deal with the horse. He has a way with the beasts. Horse, do you speak? Nay. I thought not. Wait a minute. He is thoroughly dead. Not in that sense. He carried this letter, sealed with the imprint of the prior's ring. The letter reads, I have advised the prince that we have succeeded in our mission. The cub is taken, the lion is caged. It's signed by the prior of the monastery and addressed to the sheriff of Nottingham. His armor wouldn't fit me, even if I thought it might make a useful disguise. Oops. The letter the false knight carried bears the prior's seal. I'll open the false knight's message. The message reads, I have advised the prince that we have succeeded in our mission. The cub is taken, the lion is caged. It's signed by the prior of the monastery and addressed to the sheriff of Nottingham. It's officially the 21st anniversary of the 20th anniversary of the day of your birth. Nice! Happy birthday, Bum Rocky. That's a lovely way of putting it. Alright, so let's, I think at this point I have to call my men. Hey guys, get back here. That dude was a fake. Fakey big fakey pants. I stayed within range of your horn, master. What's happened here? Why did you kill the Queen's knight? He wasn't the Queen's man. He carried a written message to the sheriff and the prior, proof of their conspiracy with Prince John. Odds blood! What of the true Queen's knight? We must find him. 'Tis Little John. Leave this mess with me. I'll get him out of the road and see to the horse. This is clear proof of the prince's treachery. You want my advice? Give it to the Queen's knight if you ever find him. I cannot read, as you know. What's it say? The prior speaks of a successful mission, a cub taken, and the lion is caged. That can mean but one thing. The Queen's men captured and King Richard will remain a prisoner. If they have the Queen's knight, he may well be dead. I think they wouldn't dare kill him yet. I'm sure he's held somewhere close by. You can't think they have him hidden at Sherwood. Nay, I suspect the monastery. And that was my thought. The sheriff wouldn't risk keeping such a prisoner in Nottingham. And even though I rescued Fulk, the monks would never dream I'd be so foolhardy as to dare their walls again. There's no better place to keep him. Indeed, it is the only place that could keep him. It'll be safer in your keeping, master. Alright, so we have a lead now. The real Queen's Knight, probably held in the monastery. By dusk, the forest was clear of the sheriff's men, for they are not brave enough to roam Sherwood at night. Nonetheless, I counted men anxiously as they returned to camp one by one. When all were safely returned or accounted for, I joined my friends by the fire. Oh, nice! That's a good birthday present. I have totally not been keeping track of any of my important Twitch dates, and I really should have. But I've been very bad about it. I grow weary of these sheriff's men tramping through our territory like vermin. Aye, it's an outrage. The sheriff must think this is his forest. We cannot let him hinder us. We must find the true Queen's Knight, even should he set a soldier behind every tree. We better sleep on it then. Tomorrow may well be a desperate day. Hey, Will. A farthing for your thoughts, Will. Eh? Oh, I was wondering what will happen to us if the king doesn't return. Those are unhappy thoughts, not worth a farthing. Bad enough we can't send our share of the ransom without the Queen's Knight. And if we can't find and rescue him, we'll be blamed for his death, you know that. Prince John will seize the crown, and he'll spare nothing to rout us out of Sherwood. I know it well. I see little way that I can help. It's up to you, Robin. Wait, come back. I wanted to give you things. As I said, I see no way we can help you in this rescue. You alone have been to the monastery and know the lay of it. If we had Caesar's army, we might be able to assault the place. Even then it would be difficult. We could not hope to take it by force, this is true. This is a task best suited to you alone. And will make a fine addition to tack on to the end of your ballads. Okay, so, no help from my men. But, nope. No help from the widow. I don't have my my monk's disguise anymore, but I might not need it. Rub some dung on you and sneak in. Yeah, I mean it works for zombies, right? So you may notice that we have a ring that I have not used yet. This would be the time to do that. Yeah, just walk in the front door. Although I do still need a way to, like, cross the fens, because that's a problem. That's a problem. Fens-agains. Oops. Oh, I don't want to do that. Hold on. Some power keeps me from donning both rings at once. As folk warn me, their natures are in conflict and refuse to be worn at the same time by one man. I'll remove the ring that commands fire and keep it out of sight until I need it. The ring that commands water slips easily onto my finger. Hey, check it out. Shiny things. It makes me most uneasy to be so close to the spirits of those who drowned in these fens. The will-o'-the-wisps cannot be touched, as if one would want to touch a spirit of the dead. The power of Sierra. We are called by the ring that commands water. How may we serve you? Do you wish to cross the water? I seek a missing knight and suspect these monks of treachery. Can you help me? A prisoner is held in a tower of the monastery. Wait, we will bring you a boat. Aw, what nice, undead, terrifying spirits. Follow us, and we will guide you through the fog to the place you seek. Enter the boat, and we will guide you. I want to shoot them. Will-o'-the-wisps cannot be touched. We will go before you to lead the way. Follow us, or you will be lost in the fog. Can I actually get lost in the fog? I don't remember. I probably can. going that way. I'm gonna go this way. Oh god. Quite possibly. Except these aren't horrible... Oh, hello. These aren't horrible manifestations of hate and death. Brothers, it's an outlaw. Kill him. Rock. See, yeah, reciteer, because falling rocks. Rocks fall, Robin Hood dies. I know, right? I love it. Brought an arrow to a rock fight. Ah, come back. Technically, this could also be considered in the same universe as Quest for Glory 4, except these are not spirits of dead children. This prisoner you seek is held within this tower. Our help ends here. We have no power over stone or plant. How else can we serve you, mortal? Do you wish to return to the shore? No. Is there nothing else you can do to help me here? We are of the water and bound to the water. Our power goes no further. They're common reeds. Blessed Mary, save me from drowning and becoming a will-o'-the-wisp. The thick fog both hinders and protects me on the water, but quickly thins out overhead. A perpetual gloom hangs over these fens. These stones are closely set. There's not the least handhold I could use for climbing them. Hey, check it out. It's a druid tree. And that happens to be Ivy, whose name I happen to remember without even looking at the manual is Gort. The reeds are of no use to me. Fear not, we will keep your boat from straying. At least I know the boat will be here when I return. The vines broke off at my touch. Eh. Yeah. Fortunately, they don't do that because I have the ring that commands water, so... if I take it off... Actually, what happens if I take it off? Boop! They're gone. I bet. Yeah, I bet if I leave now, I bet I'll just go straight to the entrance to the monastery again. Yep. I don't think I've ever seen that before. What the hell? Oh my god. No, that was just a live pig. Wow. A cow next. God, I hope so. Oh my god. Okay, wait. Okay, now I have to check. I have to see if they do a cow. They probably won't, but... God. Thank you, Krungling G. Okay, just a rock. Oh my god, that was hilarious. Okay, so we know that this is, this is Ivy. And I happen to know that the druid name for Ivy is Gort. So my manual is over here, and let's spell out that name. Call upon the power of the druid tree. So G-O-R-T. Check it out. The ivy has magically doubled in thickness and strength. The ivy now looks more than strong enough to bear my weight. Alright, so here comes a fun sequence, which is probably going to get me killed a whole bunch. Aliens! Aliens. I cannot cling to bare stone. The ivy remains strong even here by the power of the green man's blessing. That'd be amazing. Did you hear something, brother? I thought I did, but nay, it's just the wind in the trees. Wait, do I have... Yeah, okay. I hear the monks treading quietly upon the battlements. Blessed Lady, protect me from their sight. I've nearly reached the window. I hear nothing from within, but I dare not so much as whisper from here. Excuse me, could you lend me a hand? You see, I'm nearly safe, but I thought I'd do something truly foolish instead and get myself killed. Brother, quickly, bring some rocks. There's an intruder below. Glorg. Poor Robin has learned, to his dismay, that death is but a stone's throw away. Nope, just rocks this time. And yeah, that climb, the climb is the easy part. It's the arcade sequence that happens after the climb that is the problem. But I think it looks like we're going to have to do that next time, because I'm about at the end of my time for the night. And I think, like, we're pretty close to the end of the game, and I could power through and finish it tonight, but I don't really want to. I think I want to save it for next time. And that way, I'll be able to have my next game queued up, and we'll just start right in as soon as I'm done with this one. So we'll go ahead and hang out right here. We'll just stop the stream, leave Robin clinging to the ivy on this tower, an almost literal cliffhanger. More like a tower hanger? I don't know. Ivy hanger? Yes, tune in next week for what will very likely be the conclusion of this game. Look at this, look at our point score. We're almost there. We're almost at 7,325. I don't know if I missed anything. I feel like I've gotten everything I remember, but we'll see. Tune in next week. Tune-ado next week. So... as I mentioned on my Twitter, I might end up canceling some or all of my streams this week and or next week due to a side project I'm working on that is nearing completion. And I gotta make sure that is, I'm gonna give that top priority depending on what the rest of the people involved need me to do. So we'll see. I might... The current plan is to stream as normal, but if priorities change, I may just have to. I may cancel. So we'll see. It'll be worth it, and it will not be permanent. If like I will absolutely be back. It's just a temporary thing. So, assuming that nothing. That I don't need to cancel tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow for Thief and Wednesday for Reciteer. Thank you for the bits, Krenling. That is very much appreciated, and that heart emoticon is adorable. I love it. World Domination Conspiracy, kinda. No. Robin doesn't fart until I return. Yeah, just hang on for dear life. Get your Shadow of the Colossus grip meter just in there. All right, so right. Let me find a raid target. Ooh, cool. Enemy TV is playing Bloodstained, which is an awesome game from what I've seen of it so far. So let's go over bother him. Keep it clenched. Yeah. Raid. Right, so yeah, see you tomorrow, possibly. If I don't see you, then I will see you in a week or 2 weeks at like probably the latest. Thank you, as always, for watching, and I am looking forward to finishing this game because I love it, as I've said many times, and we'll probably move on to Conquest of Camelot next time, is my thinking. Alas, must you leave the merry greenwood so soon? Farewell, I must go. Good night, everyone!